What is your story? And not the story that you tell yourself about how you were you're born, or the story of what you did yesterday, and not the story of your family's last vacation. But what is your story for how you got here, how you became to be what you are in this place? And this story is what we refer to as a creation story. And I like to refer to it as a creation myth, because whether you like it or not, no creation story has ever been proven to be true or correct, because it's just that, it's a myth. And I think everyone has a creation myth, and name any religion's creation story. You know, the variants of creation stories of the major modern religions are not that many. In fact, all major modern religions come from the person we call Abraham. All major modern religions are Abrahamic religions. And indeedly so, there's more than just those main stories for creation myths. There's the Dogon tribe deep in the Amazon who believe in the creation of life from mushroom spores traveled through space from Sirius B, a dark moon. What is the difference between that story and the story that you believe about evolution? Well, inherently integral to every action you take is your creation myth, or your creation story. It's what rules your world and what gives you a foundation to take action forward stepping into your day. But what does this mean? Inherently, our creation myths are laws and cause and effects bound together by a narrative. But what does that mean if we never re-evaluate our creation myth? If we never look back and take a gander at what we are so wholeheartedly believing as a foundation for our reality around us? And what service do we do to ourselves if we no longer re-evaluate this idea? A creation myth is supremely liberating and paradoxically paralyzing at the same time. It is the bindings of believing you are free to do what you want in free will, or determined to suffer the fate of your existence as a deterministic reality. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change is a simple way of saying the story you believe is the story that you live to be true.
Supports their every action in their day-to-day life. How often do we take a moment to step back and look at our creation story, and to look at the truths and fallacies that we make assumptions about to this very moment? And I'm not here to tell you what your creation myth should be. I'm not here to even speculate that one is greater than another, but only that we recognize that every story we believe is at some point a myth, not the truth. And our respect for another person's creation myth is a great way to openly allow and perceive diversity to take place in a belief system. For we don't have yet one creation story. The world has not agreed on a conclusion as to how we came to be and where we're going.
In fact, a short story from Daniel Quinn's book Story of B helps me illuminate the point that we're trying to make when we hold on to a creation myth, a creation story. So there's a planet just like ours, and it's thousands of years past its birth. It's developing single-cell organisms, multi-cell organisms, and all of a sudden we've arrived at the jellyfish. The jellyfish is the latest achievement on the scene of evolution, the newest model on this planet. And as every planet, of course, is developing and evolving, there is a anthropologist waiting to take notes and journal all his discoveries. And as our anthropologist, the narrator of the short story, is traversing about on the beach, he sees a jellyfish squirming about in the shallows of the ocean. So he walks out there to document his findings. And he sees the jellyfish and he says, "Hello, hello," says the jellyfish. And then the anthropologist asks, "What are you doing here?" And the jellyfish responds, curtly, "What are you doing here?" And the anthropologist explains, "Well, I'm an anthropologist and I'm studying, life and existence and evolution. So I'm curious about how you got to be here right now." And the jellyfish laughed and said, "Well, everyone knows how I got to be here. It's the story of how we all got to be here." And the anthropologist says, "Yes, of course. Well, can you please share it with me, please? That'd be so nice." So the jellyfish starts and he says, "Well, millions of years ago, there was nothing. Big, empty space. And then a monumentous event happened, this explosion of life and galaxies and stardust, and fast forward 1 billion years, and this body, this celestial planet, was created and formed and cooled. And as the gelatinous goop cooled and turned into water, the water cooling led to single-cell organisms, which led to multi-cell organisms, which led to finally, ta-dam, the conclusion of all evolution, me, the jellyfish." The jellyfish said, and then he concluded his story. That was it. And this is the end of the story, and it's kind of the punchline where the jellyfish says evolution has led up to the obvious conclusion of mastery of evolution, which is me, the jellyfish. And this is funny because it's only the latest achievement of evolution. It's not evolution's final endgame. It's not evolution's final refinement. It's just the most current model. And from the perspective of the jellyfish, one can see the hilarity, the humor of his creation myth. The jellyfish's creation myth is based around his egocentric perception of the world in which he lives in. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. This story about the jellyfish is actually from one of my favorite Daniel Quinn books, and I'll put the link in the description if you want to check out that book. So I actually had done this video before, and I decided to re-edit it and re-narrate it and put some different words in it. So let me know if you like these videos. Let me know if you like these mashups like this, or these introspective thought videos. This is something that I did just for fun, and I thought it'd be interesting to look at these ideas, because I think the stories we tell ourselves and the stories that we hold on to, they rule our life, and they keep us possibly on a narrative that we aren't even vocalizing until we think about it or look at it. So, what is that story, and what is the narrative that's enabling or integral to our life? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, show your support to the channel, and just comment, say, hey, what's up, how's it going, tell me if you like these videos, do you want me to do some more like this? Thanks for watching this video. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. You're beautiful and amazing. Thanks for tuning in. Tell me what you think of this video, and I'll see you next time.
Brought to you by